Hi guys, it's Mona here from Your Yoga with Mona. Welcome to today's practice. In this class, we'll be going through a Vinyasa Flow, focusing on opening our hips. It is beginner friendly, however there are plenty of opportunities to challenge yourself. You don't need any props for this sequence, so once you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. Come to the center of your mat, sitting on your heels, spine tall. Take a long, deep inhale. As you exhale, fold your body over your thighs, reach your hands forward. Feel grounded, feel connected to the mat, get comfortable. And then on the next inhale, slowly roll your spine up, placing your hands behind your hips and pushing them to the sky. Reverse that motion, coming back down, and we'll repeat this 3 more times. Projecting from the chest, opening our hips, feeling the stretch in our quads, engaging the glutes. Finding that contact with the mat as you brush your hands forwards and backwards. Coming to all fours, exhale to cat, child's pose, and then inhale to cow. We'll take this cat, child's pose, cow flow. We'll do this 4 times, really pushing through the palms of your hands and leading with the head as you go through this circular flow. Tucking the toes under, coming to a downward facing dog, repeat this motion. Using the bend of the knees, not so much in the spine, but a great way to activate the core and our core muscles here. Then reverse the motion, really linking your breath with the movement. Remember to breathe. Placing the knees back on the mat as you transition all your weight onto your toes. Rocking backwards and forwards, giving your feet a nice deep stretch. Straighten your knees slightly, wrap your hands behind your legs, and then come back down, kiss the knees to the mat. Repeat this 4 times as we just warm up our hamstrings. Getting your nose to your knees. On the last one, place your hands down on the mat. Give your knees a bit more of a straighten, a bit more of a wiggle. Hold your elbows to add weight to the stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up to Tadasana, hands to heart center. Taking your feet to wider stance, feet pointed out. Sink down slowly, knees wide, garland pose. Stay here, or take your arms out to the side for a spinal twist. Projecting from the chest, gaze up towards the upper hand. If you like, take a bound pose here as you hold your hands behind your back, or just stay in garland pose. Placing your hands on the floor, take a bunny hop towards the front of your mat, and then toe heel your feet into parallel. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to Tadasana. Stay here for a breath. Make sure you're in parallel. Inhale to chair pose. Nice long line from fingertips to tailbone. Option to stay here or to take spinal twists, just like in garland pose. Take the elbow to the opposing knee and open the arms, projecting from the chest. Inhale, back to chair, and then to Tadasana. Inhale, arms come above, high release. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Placing the hands down on the mat, step out to high plank. Lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, forward and up. to cobra. Tuck the toes under, down dog, and then take baby steps towards your hand. Find your fold, inhale to halfway lift, exhale. Inhale, come all the way back to standing Tadasana. Stay for a breath, and we'll repeat that again. Remember to link your breath with movement. Inhale and exhale, release. Engaging the core as you step out to plank. Push through your palms to cobra or upward facing dog. Take your left foot, steps all the way to your hands, then your right. Come back to forward fold, inhale halfway lift, and inhale all the way up to Tadasana. And we'll repeat this sun salutation one last time. Inhale, arms come up tall. Take a slight back bend, exhale. Swan dive over. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Try upward facing dog this time, and then push back to down dog. On your toes, bend your knees, jump towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, and then inhale, standing tall into Tadasana. Stay here for a breath. Repeat this flow, adding in some extra poses this time, developing our sequence through the chaturanga into down dog, and take the left leg tall into the sky. Fold the knee to the elbow or keep it high in the sky, and then fold the knee to center, back to the sky, and then to the other elbow, back to the sky. Join us if you were left with your leg in the sky, and place that foot in between your hands, knee down on the floor for low lunge. Arms come up above. Inhale, arms come back, lift the knee, arrowhead. Transition into warrior two. Stay here for a breath, find your alignment. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale. Left elbow to left knee. Side stretch, extended side angle pose, or placing the hand down in front of the foot for a deeper stretch. On your next inhale, return to warrior two, and then windmill your hands down, placing your foot back in downward facing dog. Take a chaturanga flow. Meet back in down dog, and we'll repeat on the other side, taking the right leg up this time. Stay here or join me, engaging the core and touching the elbows with our knee and to the center. Placing the foot in between our hands, back knee down, find your balance, arms come up above head. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, arms come behind, knee off the floor, arrow pose. Inhale to warrior two, find your alignment, knees over ankle, tuck the pelvis under. Inhale, reverse warrior. Taking the right arm to the right knee, or for a deeper stretch, placing it in front of your ankle, extended side stretch. Back to warrior two as you windmill the hands down, back to downward facing dog, chaturanga flow. And step back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to Tadasana and stay here for a breath. We'll repeat a similar flow, taking our forward folds, stepping or jumping out to high plank, lower yourself down, upward facing dog, tucking the toes under. Again, lift the left leg up to the sky, open the hip, drop the foot back behind you. Bring the knee in, place the foot in between the hands, take that low lunge, arms come up above. Find your balance. Focus. Inhale, arrow. Arms come up to warrior 2. Find your balance and then straighten your front knee and take a reversed triangle pose. Pushing through both of your feet, finding your balance. Placing your left hand on your shin, ankle or on the mat for extended triangle pose. Option to stay here, or place your right hand on your hip, left hand comes forward for stability, and transition here into half moon pose. Take the right hand up to the sky. Option to stay here, or grab your right ankle and pull it behind you, opening your chest, straightening the left leg. Release down, join the feet together in parallel, slowly roll back up. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands on your mat, step back out to plank, chaturanga. Tuck the toes under. We're back in downward dog to repeat on the other side. Open the hip, bending at the knee, and then place that foot in between your hands. Lower the knee down. Arms above head, find your breath. Inhale, arrow pose, knee off the mat. Arms open, warrior 2, find the alignment, and straighten the knee, reverse triangle. Gaze at your right hand. Coming through center, hand on your shin or your ankle, extended triangle pose, really opening the chest. Option to stay here or shift your weight forward onto your right foot, left hand on left hip, both legs are straight, arms out to the side. Option to stay here if you've joined us, or grab your left ankle, pull it behind you and open your chest. Make sure the supporting leg is straight. Then release on the next exhale, feet in parallel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, inhale, come all the way up to standing, Tadasana, hands to heart center. Taking one last flow here. Forward fold. Step out, lower yourself down. Upward facing dog. From down dog, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, and place it in between your hands and find a comfortable position in half pigeon. Stay here or rest on your forearms in front, or go in half king pigeon here and bring the back foot into the crease of your elbow, and if you can, interlace your fingers. Find something to spot to help you balance. Breathe into the quad stretch, and then slowly release on the next exhale. Push back to downward facing dog. Take a chaturanga flow or stay in down dog, as we then repeat on the other side, taking the right leg up into the air. Place it between your hands. Find comfort in half pigeon, whether that's sitting up on your forearms, or if you want something a little bit more challenging today, take that foot in the crease of your elbow. Find your balance as you open your hip and stretch your quads. Make sure you're engaging your glutes, relaxing your shoulders. Release on the next exhale. Join your feet back in downward facing dog. Take one last chaturanga flow. Sit back on your heels this time. Find child's pose. Find your breath. Long inhales, long exhales. Well done, that's our flows over for today, and we'll start working on our cool down. Focusing still on opening our hips. So we'll take ourselves into frog pose. Knees out by the side of your hips as wide as they can. And you may want to put your knees on your mat or on a folded towel. Toes can be pointing towards each other, or like mine, they can be underneath your knees, so in line with your knees. Make sure you press through your forearms, and then slowly sink all the way down, stomach on the mat. Keeping the knees out to the side, place the soles of your feet together. Rest your forehead on your hands in front of you. If this is uncomfortable, straighten your legs out so they're in sort of a star position. Lifting the legs off the floor, chest off the floor, gaze down, arms behind you, engage all the glutes and all the back muscles, and then release. Grab your right foot with your right hand for a deep quad stretch, and switch into the other side. Option to repeat this, or grab both feet and pull your chest up by pushing your feet away. Gaze up, really push, 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 and release. Coming up to the Sphinx pose, elongate your spine as you stretch it here and project from your chest. Pushing yourself back up, we will meet in butterfly pose, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, spine toe. Option to stay here if you want a deeper stretch. Push your feet out further in front of you and fold over, holding your feet with your hands. Letting the weight of your head deepen the stretch. Bring the heels closer to your root chakra as you slowly lower yourself down onto your back. Remind your spine to be tall, knees heavy, relaxing your jaw, your shoulders. Bring the knees together, heels closer to your sitting bones, and then push your hips up to the sky for bridge pose. Exhale, release. Hug your knees in, rock side to side, give your lower back a little massage. And then take your big toes, knees outside your elbows for happy baby. Opening your hips, massaging your back. Bringing the knees inside the elbows. Release the right foot back down to the mat, keeping hold of the left big toe. If you can keep hold of the toe and straighten your leg, that's great. If not, you can do as I do here, as my hamstrings are quite tight, and just hold the back of the thigh. Breathing into the stretch. Placing the left ankle on the right knee. It's an option to stay here, or bring that right knee into the chest by pulling at the back of the thigh. Remind yourself to keep your spine long. Shoulders relaxed. And breathe into where you feel the stretch. Placing the right foot back down on the mat, and then drop the left foot onto the floor. If you need it to be a little bit more intense, bring that left ankle close towards your hip and then push the left knee out with your right hand. Release, engage your core, come back to center, cross your legs fully, and then drop the weight of your legs to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale back to center. Hug both your knees into your chest. Take your big toes again. Stretch in happy baby, rocking side to side. And then we'll repeat on the other side, releasing the left foot down to the mat and stretching the right leg. Again, holding the toe if you can, or if you have a band, you can use the band and wrap it behind your ankle or your thigh. Or just hold behind your thigh, bringing the leg in. Keeping the leg as straight as you can. Taking the right ankle onto the left knee, stay here and bring the left knee towards your chest for reclined pigeon. Feeling the glute stretch. Keep your spine long, shoulders relaxed. And breathe into where you feel the stretch. Release the left foot down and drop that knee to the side. Right foot hits the floor. Bring the ankle closer if you need, and then push the knee out with your left hand. Engage the core, come back to center, cross the legs fully and drop the weight of the legs to the right, gaze to the left. This is your time to really relax, release and wind down. Bring attention to your breathing. As you inhale, come back to center, hug both the knees in. Take the big toes again into happy baby. Option here to straighten the legs. If you can't hold onto the toes and straighten the legs, take your hands to the back of the calves. Or stay in happy baby, knees bent, wherever you are today. Releasing the legs, back in happy baby. Releasing the right leg all the way down to the floor, keeping the hold of the left big toe. Take it out to the side for a side stretch. Release it and bring it back in. Taking the knees in, switch to the other side, release the left leg all the way down. Move the big toe, extend it, opening at the hip, and then release it back. Hug the knees in, release the left leg, and then take the right knee over to the left side, trying to keep your shoulders in contact with the mat, gazing to the right. Again, hug both knees into the forehead. Switch, stretch on the other side. Release, hugging both knees back in. Make sure you've got enough space. This is optional. Either keep your legs up straight in front of you, or take the feet over your head in plow pose. Slowly release back down. Make yourself comfortable on your mat. We'll take a few moments here in Shavasana. Maybe you're laying in corpse pose, reclined butterfly, maybe in a ball. Find a position that's comfortable for you to just lay for 2 minutes. Bring attention to your breath. Deep inhales, deep exhales, letting it go as you let your breath go through your exhale. Listen to your heartbeat. Feel your body's warmth and its heat that we've just fired up in this short, powerful sequence. Start bringing movement back into the toes and into the fingers. Take the head side to side. Give yourself a big stretch. Bring movement back to your joints. Roll onto your side. And slowly push yourself back up to sitting. Coming back to the room. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Namaste. Have a great day.